Say the wrong word in front of a watch guy, and he'll know instantly you don't belong. Watches have their own language, and today, you're learning all of it. Here's the thing about vocabulary in any hobby. It's not gatekeeping for the sake of it. If you spend months researching and saving for a watch, you'll naturally pick up the terms along the way, and people will respect that journey. But if you drop $20,000 on a Rolex just to show off, and then call the dial a face, everyone in the room instantly knows you're in it for the wrong reasons. So let's fix that. Start with what's around your wrist. If it's made of rigid metal links, that's a bracelet. If it's flexible material, leather, rubber, fabric, that's a strap. Never call it a band. And the piece that closes it? On a bracelet, that's usually a clasp. Specifically, a deployment clasp, or deploy if you're feeling fancy. The case is the watch's housing. It holds everything together. Sticking out from the case are lugs, the small arms that connect to your strap or bracelet. Lugs matter just as much as the case diameter when it comes to how a watch actually fits your wrist. A common rookie mistake is only checking the diameter and ignoring lug-to-lug length. On top, you've got the crystal. Never call it glass or a lens, even if that's technically what it's made of. Surrounding it is the bezel, the ring that holds the crystal in place. On some watches, it rotates, which is oddly satisfying to fidget with. The crown is the little knob on the side you twist to set the time. And flip the watch over and you'll find the case back, your access point to the internal mechanics. Now, the big one. That's not a face, it's a dial. And everything printed or attached to the dial, the logo, the text, the little details, is called, and I promise I'm not making this up, dial furniture. The hands come in dozens of styles: baton, dauphine, sword, pencil, snowflake, skeleton, each a different shape and personality. The little marks representing hours and minutes are called indices. And if there are numbers on the dial, don't call them numbers. They're numerals, either Roman or Arabic, and they can be printed flat or applied as raised metal pieces. Some watches have a small window showing the date. That's called an aperture. Others have subdials, smaller dials within the main dial, tracking things like running seconds, moon phases, or even how much power is left in the mainspring. If your watch has a stopwatch function, don't call it a stopwatch. It's a chronograph, and the buttons on the side that control it, those are pushers. Some watches also have a 24-hour scale on the bezel, paired with an extra hand that completes one rotation every 24 hours. That's a GMT hand, used to track a second time zone. This became popular in the 1950s when commercial flying took off, and Rolex famously made GMT master watches for Pan Am pilots. GMT stands for Greenwich Mean Time, the global time standard, kept using atomic clocks that measure the precise decay rate of an isotope. Here's the umbrella term for all of this: chronographs, GMTs, moon phases, date windows, anything beyond just telling the time. They're called complications. The name comes from exactly what you'd expect. The more a watch does, the more complicated it is to design and build. So next time you're looking at a watch, it's a strap or bracelet, not a band. A dial, not a face. A crystal, not glass. Numerals, not numbers. A chronograph, not a stopwatch. And any extra function is a complication. Learn these 10 words and you'll sound like you've been into watches for years, even if you bought your first one yesterday. That's the beauty of shared vocabulary. It's the fastest way into any hobby's inner circle. This is Biss Horology. Let's talk horology.